in your community.
Let's talk about those New Year's resolutions and how this is going to be your year to hit them with victory. Jack Silberman is here with InShape MD. He might not be the one to talk to if your resolution is to read more books or something like that, but if you're looking to get in shape and lose some weight, he's your guy. Great to see you.
Great to see you. And reading books is a great idea, but you know, putting it into practice is really the key, especially when it comes to the New Year's and resolutions.
So we've been talking a lot about that. Everybody on the show, everybody has their own take on it. Some people like to use the word incentives, or intentions. That was one person's suggestion. I look at it more as what I'm going to add into my life than what I'm going to take away.
Oh, that's cool.
But at InShape MD, I think it would be fair to say you're all about small victories leading to the big ones.
Yeah, and especially during this New Year's time, because everybody wants to jump in, they make that big commitment, and before they know it, they've either burned out or they've gotten discouraged or something happened. I really encourage people, just take baby steps, because really at the end of 2025, when we're sitting here hopefully again, we're still in it. We're still in whatever that goal is. We just kind of inch forward, because the more victories we get, the little victories, they start building confidence, and the confidence keeps you in it, and it becomes part of who you are.
This is definitely who you are. I mean, you've been coming our way for years, and almost every time we talk, there's something kind of new that you're embracing at InShape MD. Always at the root of it, though, is that connection you have with your clients. You're there to be a cheerleader for them. But you have been expanding. You've got some new things you're offering.
Yes, we've added now onto, of course, we've always done the medical weight loss with the GLPs, which is big right now for everybody, especially during the new year. But we've got, you know, the hormone replacement, the anti-aging with peptides is also very big. But now we've just added on Botox treatments, injectables, with a nurse practitioner. And then we also add on a whole esthetician clinic inside our facility, so people can come in and get facials. And so we're having this big open house that's coming tonight and tomorrow.
So do you ever have a situation where people come to you and maybe weight loss is not the reason they come in the door?
Sure.
Do they ever come because they're tired of, you know, a wrinkly face, and then that begins to be addressed, and now that inspires them to tackle something else?
Yes, Julie, you know, I think everybody's looking to live lighter, leaner, and longer. So hopefully we cover those areas as they come through the door.
So you mentioned, when you say, was it GLP? Is that what you said?
GLP-1s.
What does that stand for?
Glucagon-like peptides.
Okay. Is that basically like the Mounjaro Ozempic stuff?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. That gets confusing for people, I think, because there are different name brands.
Yes.
Do they do different things?
Not really. They're actually all the same. The Ozempic was the kickoff, and that was for diabetics to help them regulate their blood level sugars. And during that process, they found that that drug was also helping them lose quite a bit of weight. Well, from that, everybody wanted to get on Ozempic, but you couldn't unless you were a diabetic, and insurance wouldn't cover it for sure unless you were a diabetic, and paying out of pocket was astronomical at that time. So the FDA stepped in with all those brand names and created other Ozempic kind of drugs that were for non-diabetics at a fraction of the cost.
So it's the same principle,
Exactly.
just marketed for a different reason.
For a different reason.
Okay, so can we play true false, or dispel some myths or whatever? So how long have they been on the market, first of all?
Actually, believe it or not, this has been decades of being out. It's just recently, within the last 3 years, that have hit the surface with all these medications that are.
Okay, so in most people's memory is you can't get it unless you meet certain criteria.
Yes.
So is there still a certain criteria you have to meet in order to be prescribed?
The FDA would like to see a person be above a 25, 26 BMI before they get on it, or if they have high blood pressure or some formalities that they can't, a disease that would allow them to get on it.
Is there a standard if you're at a BMI of, what do you want to be at a BMI of what?
Well, for females, you want to be around 20, 25. That's a good range.
For women, if you're more at 25 or 26, is there a typical pound? Like, are you looking to lose X amount of weight if you're that much of a BMI?
I guess the weight is more related to your percentage of body fat, because we want to make sure we increase your lean muscle as we decrease your fat. So the weight's not the goal as much as, trimming everything down.
So I'm just peppering you with questions because I have the time. So when they come to you and they get this, and maybe then they achieve their weight loss goal, right? And they've dropped, I'll make it up, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Then are you helping them then get off of that drug to maintain it?
Good question. That's a great question, actually, because there's two schools of thoughts. There's some people that really are looking forward to getting off because of the financial commitment.
Yeah.
And hopefully because of the financial commitment, they can stay with the program through exercise and eating right, which is always the goal. But then there's people who still need that as a crutch, and they can go on a maintenance program with a reduced amount of medication.
That's what you're calling microdosing?
Microdosing, yes, which is perfect because they can keep it in their system, and it does help them regulate the curbing of the appetite, emptying the stomach slower, and managing the weight. And why wouldn't you stay on it if it really worked for you? It's almost like if you think about blood pressure medicine. If you needed that to maintain your blood pressure medicine, then why not stay on it if it keeps you healthy and alive, right?
Right. So you mentioned earlier the open house.
Yes.
You're doing something tonight and tomorrow?
Yes, we've got this big open house for the expansion of the Botox and the aesthetics and the weight loss and everything that we're doing. We're giving over $1,000 worth
Wow.
of prizes away, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's from 3 to 6 tonight and tomorrow. You just come on by to InShape MD and come in, register. We'll give you the gifts and see the new place, and we're excited to be here in Chattanooga.
Well, I know the industry changes, ways you are able to help people has changed and been enhanced, but you don't change. You look the same every single time I see you.
Thank you. Do too. You do too.
Thanks. We'll keep the compliments going after the
Okay,
commercial. What do you
yes.
say? Here's where you'll find him. It's InShape MD on Perimeter Drive. ISMDChattanooga.com is your website. There's that phone number, 475-5088. 3 to 6 today and tomorrow. Those are the hours, $1,000 worth of giveaways. So go and become a new you in 2025.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Are you ready to fall in love all over again? Pretty Woman the Musical is coming to Memorial Auditorium